Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Thank you very much. I wonder if in the new season we'll have to change that since you guys are kind of getting famous too. You know, I mean, like, obviously not the caliber of my fame, but people know you guys.
I think when somebody else gets a blue check mark on one of the socials, we might have to update
there
it.
There it is.
We're not in danger.
Not until then.
I don't think
he just got that thing like not that long ago.
Oh, it's been years.
Well, that took way too long to happen.
I mean, it's been years because I got that thing like back when you were still doing trivia at the gym.
What do you do? Send a letter to Twitter?
No, you have to fill out this. It's three things. You just go to get verified and you basically answer 3 questions and send a copy of your driver's license. And,
yeah, I did that. It didn't work.
Huh.
But it's got to be getting easier. You'd think like all the like actual famous people are already fucking like there's got to be kids just sitting in a room verifying people.
I'm on the 183rd most popular podcast in
Indonesia.
Poland. So
well, that is actually 169 in the UK, but we're not to that point yet. First of all, though, I have some announcements. Last Wednesday, I gave you my heart. And I'm kidding. Okay. Last Wednesday on December 1st, Sean celebrated his 4-year anniversary with his first live stream on episode 103, Trading Places. Happy 4-year anniversary, Jonathan.
I didn't love that one. Hildy and Vern and
you didn't like Trading Places?
I didn't like Trading Spaces. What did you say?
Right, Trading Places. You're right.
Fucking Hildy.
Hildy.
She was sabotaging
The
people.
only thing I don't like is new Asian design and the color pink.
Yeah, Hildy didn't give a fuck.
Well, here's your new Asian design pink.
Mm-hmm.
I like the.
I based this living room off of this kimono I found at a thrift store. I saw that episode. Bullshit.
Then
I like the Genevieve girl. I like her.
Yeah, Genevieve
she was
good.
great.
Yeah, she was good. And then there's like the cute little redheaded girl.
I liked that guy Ty.
He just got married.
Did he?
Yeah,
He did.
to his
I saw that.
longtime
To Zoe
girlfriend.
Deschanel.
That is not true.
No.
Zoe Deschanel is dating one of the
That's
property
the
brothers.
other
Really?
real estate show.
Those guys
Engaged.
aren't brothers who have sex with each other?
Neither of them
Dude,
are. No.
100% agree.
No,
They have had each other's penises in
No,
their mouths.
no.
No, that was in the
shit.
womb. They couldn't help it.
The realtor
They
guy.
were turned.
Is it a thumb? Is it a
They were
toe? Is it-
69ing.
The realtor guy has been married to the same girl for a very long time, and Zoe
Asian
Deschanel.
girl.
It's an Asian girl.
Yeah.
And Zoe Deschanel is with the Carpenter guy.
Huh.
Not the guy from the Carpenters.
The guy who shows up in a limo, gets out, they throw a little flannel on him, put his sweeping hard hat on.
It is kind of funny when they're doing that, and they'll just be like, he'll be like, yeah, so what I gotta do is I gotta mount this board up here, and it's like already pre-drilled and everything, and he goes right in there, whatever. And so they're gonna come in here and wrap this up now while I go in here and do this.
All I know about that show is I learned that it's always 3/8 inch plywood subflooring. It's always 3/8 of an inch. It's got to be 3/8 of an inch. If it's any wider,
It's too heavy.
thicker, it's too heavy.
Yeah.
If it's any
So that is
thinner,
now.
you'll fall right
half
through.
inch won't hold you.
So
Yep.
3/8.
That's
true.
a
Every time.
trivia
Thank you,
question now.
Jonathan. Whatever
that's
your name
very
Taylor
good.
Thomas.
Oh,
Thanks,
God.
JTT.
Let's
That is
find
very
him.
good.
Where's he? Where is he? What's he doing?
I don't know.
Could we get him?
Did he grow?
I have no fucking idea.
You don't think we could get him?
I
I'll
doubt we
get him.
could.
Hang on.
I mean, I don't know. Sean could try. Sean could try to get him, and then he could tell us no, and then about 2 years later, just
Oh,
and
Rent's
like
due
that
in
could
about
be good.
2 weeks. So,
A couple of more announcements, guys. Happy birthday, Carrie Lynn Abner, everybody, and happy early birthday, John Gickler. Happy birthday! You guys made it. You made it another year. You really did it. like I said earlier as I was talking to Eric, this week in podcast land, we are number 83 in the United States for film reviews and number 169 in the UK for a film review podcast. I feel like that means we're not doing very good in the UK. You know,
That's strange.
There's probably only 200
Aren't
that get
you really popular in the UK?
Yeah,
Are we really popular?
but
in
I
the
don't
UK?
think
Apparently we're
they
not.
watch
Oh.
the same movies as you know. I mean, like we take a bunch of obscure movies that they
there's all the-
probably.
G'day, mate. Welcome
Yeah.
to London.
Yeah, it's
Town.
like maybe if we just did A Fish Called Wanda every week, they'd be like, "Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious."
Notting Hill,
Yeah, sure, we've done that and stuff like that. I mean, anything with those two guys in it, right?
Hugh Grant, and
Yeah.
Benedict
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbund.
He's not in that, is he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's Sherlock, which is a great fucking show.
Yeah, no shit.
Coming up Tuesday, December. Man, that's really fucking good. God damn it.
Roadhouse.
Coming up December 14th. It's a Tuesday. It's next Tuesday. So does this come out Friday? Does this even matter that I'm doing this? Okay, good. So coming up on Tuesday, Thomas Nicholas from the movie American Pie will be here live. We'll be watching the movie American Pie together, asking him questions, and then afterwards we're going to do a song swap. And
that's gonna be
so
fun.
that is going to be a lot of fun. And Eric is going to join me on stage, and I think we'll do a couple of Jarrett Goes to the Movies favorites.
Are we going to?
I think that'd be fun.
Remember when I asked you 2 weeks ago to send me a list of the songs we're going to do?
I told you I don't rehearse.
I'll send you a list.
Okay, you don't have to rehearse because you wrote all these songs and have been playing them for 30 years.
I didn't write Daydream Believer, and we should do
well, we
that.
can do
'cause
that.
He didn't write Walk Like a Man.
That's
Eric?
right.
Just be a professional and just know the set list before it's made up.
Okay, I'll be. Bring that.
Like a man.
I'm gonna get you one of those little tiny custom made like road case for your goat.
Oh my
You can
god.
just bring it up and
It's just a goat and a little kazoo
yeah,
spot.
with
Perfect.
felt on the inside.
I love
and
it.
All that. Any word on the pie fucking contest on Tuesday night?
Yeah. Well,
Registration is now
Canceled
open.
due to COVID.
it was canceled due to COVID, and also they couldn't get the oven to make it warm but not burn your balls off.
Fair enough.
So,
Don't get your balls anywhere close to it.
right.
Just-
I was thinking, do you think it'd be funny if you know how we like do the movie, and or you know we do like intro to the movie, and then the first stop we do, because I think American Pie would be good for that, because I think there's like a scene before the credits. Pretty sure. If there's not, fuck it, we'll just figure it out. But you know, then we introduce them and stuff. Don't you think it'd be cool if like we were like, and then okay, everybody, welcome Thomas Nicholas, and we play "She's My Cherry Pie."
It would be funny if it was Jason Biggs
How come that's funnier than Thomas
Because
Nicholas?
he
though?
fucked the pie.
because he's the one who fucked the
yeah.
pie. This guy didn't fuck the pie.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, he.
It'd be also funny if we had the members of Warrant there to watch American Pie with us.
That
and they
can
did it
still
live.
happen.
Out.
That could probably.
That
we could
could
probably.
still
Yeah,
happen.
Warren plays it live all the time.
Yeah, Derek has a
Go get
T-shirt.
him.
He'll make a call.
Yeah, the Cherry Pie, the 25th anniversary of Cherry Pie just ended, actually. So I think we could totally fucking get him.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Well, what are
Can
some
they change the word to apple?
other pie songs that we could use instead? Then I mean, are there other ones?
Does it just have to be
Pie.
pie songs?
Something
Can we
about
just
pie.
use?
Bye,
Wait.
bye, Miss American Pie, and we'll all say that. So
There
it'll go
it
like,
is.
Can
and
we have
were
him
singing
walk out to Weird
bye,
Science?
bye, Miss American Pie. You guys missed it.
Yeah, no, I get
Go
it.
ahead.
We
Try
were
it again.
singing bye, bye, Miss American Pie. God damn it, you guys suck.
He was drinking.
My joke
That
was
is
good
delicious.
too. You
I
missed
don't
it.
even. I heard what you said, but I feel
Heard
like
what you
every
said.
time I start to talk, you guys just fucking say something funnier. I shouldn't even be here tonight. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Okay, try it. Just hang out for a second.
Okay, go ahead, you guys.
I was zoned out. What were we doing?
That's what happens when you go to the bathroom without taking a break.
The worst.
No, in all seriousness, I'm super excited about this. Me and Thomas have actually gotten to be buds, and he is a really, really cool
I
dude.
can't wait to meet him.
He's super, super sweet and just very thoughtful in his. And you know he's pretty much willing to talk about the whole movie, and so I'm excited about it. It's gonna be fun. So that's Tuesday, December 14th at Lava Cantina. Tickets still available. Tables I think are about gone. But you can stand there like a fucking normal person and watch and shit.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe there's more tables. Maybe they just
Like
keep
a fucking
adding.
asshole.
yeah, stand there like an asshole, you asshole.
I mean, here's the thing. Maybe because whoa.
Casey's
Hello.
popping
Oh
another
no.
bottle.
Oh.
By the way, if you're in the chat and telling me it was an apple pie, that's the reason why it's fucking funny. Because I know it was an apple pie.
These people don't understand humor.
I thought it would be funny to play She's My Cherry Pie while the guy who's on the fucking poster of American Pie walks out.
Be nice to Joshua.
I am nice to Joshua. Joshua knows I'm just giving him shit.
Who?
Joshua is in the chat. He has the
Hey, Josh.
He has a podcast called Oh I Had That, and he's also on Instagram and stuff. And he's
What is
very,
oh,
very
I
cool.
had that.
Well, you know what? You could learn about that on the Rockstar Dad Show right now. That episode is out everywhere, and you can now download that on your favorite podcast app. And tomorrow, well, by the time this comes out, I mean, I'm talking to 24 people right now, Sean.
That's
great. I'll go ahead and just
On Friday, we'll be talking to 124. So,
we have like 668 followers on Twitch. So maybe
awesome.
maybe this doesn't count the Twitch people or some shit, Like what?
I don't think that's what's happening.
yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I'd like to thank our new supporters who have signed up to be Patreon supporters. Here they are.
There are none.
That's right. There are none.
This is the best bit.
We have not had any new supporters sign up since
really good.
since before the last podcast, and so we'd like to thank them one more time. Give it up
Got him.
for. We appreciate y'all. Now, this is a Patreon-driven podcast. Our supporters do come from the Patreon area. I was thinking about this tonight. I did not get the special thing ordered, which means you can still benefit from that because I'm taking supporters all the way back to April. So if you get in at the $20 level, you will get the best perk we've ever done. And that's coming out. And then 2 quick ones right at the first of the year because we've got to catch up. We owe you guys a lot of shit.
Those ones.
Oh my God, he died.
Oh no.
Hey, I thought of a new one. Luggage tags. Huh?
I don't hate it.
I don't feel like people are doing a lot of traveling right now.
I think
Yeah,
they
but they
fucking
will.
are. They are. And plus, a lot of people that listen to this go to Bowling for Soup shows.
Can we make them comically large
Yeah.
as opposed to our,
16 by 11.
like an
Yeah.
A4,
No, it's just like-
A4 sheet of paper?
Yeah, 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, we could do that.
Like a normal sheet of paper.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm just going to make whatever the fuck I want anyway. I don't even know why I give you guys the idea. Thank you, Amy.
I think it's great. I love a good luggage
I
tag.
I
appreciate
did too. I
that.
lost my luggage tag.
She
Mine
loves
just
Well,
broke.
see, you spoke too soon because guess what you're not getting?
Any of the perks ever? I don't have one.
Really?
No.
You could. I know where you can find a shitload of beer steins.
Where?
They're in your
Probably in
front
your
room, baby
garage.
girl. They're right up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, we got a lot of them. You need some? You can have them
No, not
all.
some. Just need one.
Nope.
Nope.
Christmas check.
All right, guys.
Here's 70 beers.
24.
This is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. Our Patreon supporters at the $20 and up level are our producers, and they are as follows. Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pittsinger, Andy Smith, Angie Thorin, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris, the $12 million man, Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David, the original Murray, Dennis Hopp, Denny Chambers, Diana Wheeler, Nyan freaking Small, Dom, Surfing Bird Petretta, Dwayne Devane. Okay, that's a fucking good one.
Oh, I didn't
and I
hear
didn't
it. I'm
fuck
sorry.
it up.
Good job.
Dwayne Devane.
Dwayne.
Drain the vein.
I like those ones that make it seem like you have a speech impediment.
Yeah.
Like when we had Wayne Dwops.
Wayne Drops.
Like a toddler.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. That was a good one, buddy. Ernie, Soulman McCracken, God damn it, Gage Strickland, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Dr. Jason Ellsworth with special guest Kidney Pete. Can we change that? If I change it now, does it just get copy and pasted every time? I just want it to say and Kidney Pete. Jay Palladino. Good meeting. Okay. Jay,
All right, first up, guys.
first up, this whole fucking special guest Kidney Pete thing is fucking me up every week.
Out.
Now, tell Dwayne Devane that he can come in studio. You're right. No. And
No,
use
thank
the
you.
boys' bathroom, too. Jay Palladino, Jeff Millman, fucking Joe Barlow, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Hanlon, Josh Millman, MVP Kate Etro, Katie Gardner. She's the one that has the syrup.
Oh, yeah, Katie Gardner. No.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
That's Katie Morgan.
That's Katie Morgan. Fuck, shit. You're right. Katie Gardner, I'm sorry that I talked about your
Get some maple.
Syrup.
non-existing syrup. You know what?
That's how rumors get
I bet
started.
you have great fucking
You
syrup.
asshole. You know syrup having
Kim
asshole.
Frosting on the beater Murphy, Kirsty Fisher. Lily Holohan, Lindsay, sponsor, Lisa Wenzel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Birch, Mandy Pretty, Melody Ortloff, Mike McClary, Michael Price, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sarah The Undertaker DeAngelis, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom, Mickey Mouse Murray, Trey Wren, Vinny, No Fucking Clue Cataldo. Good drum cover today, buddy. He did Green Day. It was very good. Very good. Wendy, what's a matter? I forgot we did that. Woody. It doesn't take much, guys. It does not take much. Woody Chambers and Svi Hurst, everybody. Talking about the movie Waiting for Guffman. I'm out of my funk now. I don't know what happened. I was all fired up.
Sorry
I had
about your funk.
I had a fucking great day. Busy day. Work.
All day long?
Well, I actually drove a bunch today. I should be an Uber driver because I'm pretty good at just driving around, you know. But, you know, we'd run in the carpool, getting Jack to work, you know. Had to take the dogs to the vet today. Casey picked him up. Cat and dog, actually.
So he's still working for the Undertaker or
Crematorium?
Kane or whatever?
No. He hasn't had that job in a while. He after that, he walked into a place for his next job interview. Is this place that makes T-shirts. And he walked in, and Ohio was playing on the radio there, and he just goes, he kind of laughed. He goes, "That's my dad," and so he got that job.
Please.
Yeah, and but he quit that one pretty quick, and now he works at a sports facility. He does he cleans machines and mops the floor, and earns his keep. He's a good little dude, good little worker. And, you know, and Emma's had the same job forever. And also, she's taken 6 classes next
She's
semester.
killing it.
Yeah, this girl she's gone
Man.
crazy all of a sudden.
College classes?
Yes, college.
Oh, my
That's right.
God.
She's an adult.
Or as they would say
Yoga
in the
classes.
UK, university.
Uni. Going
A
to
uni. Yeah.
University. All right, we're talking about Waiting for Guffman, 1996 comedy mockumentary, a short 1 hour and 24 minutes. Not a good correlation here, actually surprising. 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb. 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
Perfect.
Yeah, 91%.
I can see. I wondered about this because I chose this. I love this movie. It's one of my top 10, and it's my favorite Christopher Guest movie. But it seems to me like the kind of movie where you might have to watch it a couple times to get these little slow burners. And I could see watching it one time and going, I didn't enjoy that a whole lot. I would.
Okay,
That's what I figured. There weren't enough.
I didn't really like it. I told Amanda.
there weren't enough.
I can't believe they're making me do this.
Yeah. It wasn't a silent film from. the
Had
Czech
to-
Republic.
I tried to get out of it. I told
Like
Jared I had to help my dad build a
Snuff
shed.
film with puppies and,
Yes,
and
not enough-
Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
And
not
no
enough,
cannibals.
Yeah, heads being stomped off and
well, I'm-
whatever.
And the mob. There's got to be the mob and,
And cannibals.
murder.
I am glad you picked this, and I will say I 100% agree with you. I have probably seen this movie 20 times, and I still notice things that are said or actually. I mean, like to me, even just watching the faces of the other actors while people are saying shit will just kill you. You know, it's definitely one of those kind of movies.
Well, and it's important to know if you've not seen Waiting for Guffman or a lot of the Christopher Guest films, is that when they write, so they say this is written by Christopher Guest and Eugene Levy, who's also in the film. But really what they do is write where the scene starts and where it ends. And how those actors get there is kind of up to them. Now, of course, they'll take multiple takes and pick the
they'll
one
make suggestions, and hey, we don't like it when you did this. This is a funny line.
But I guarantee you that there are times where someone has said something for the first time in that take that the other people have to be professional enough to get through it, but also you can see the looks on their face, like you said, where they're just, oh man, I want to laugh at that real hard.
Yeah,
One of those
It's tough. Yeah.
was when Eugene Levy did the glasses, and he took his glasses off. And oh god, I just lost his name. Fred Willard. They said that they had to completely stop the cameras because he could not get it together for a solid 10 minutes because he had no idea it was coming and he lost it.
Well, the
Completely
line.
lost
I mean,
it.
I'm getting moving all over the place on this one, but the fact that he immediately, what do your keen and perceptive eyes behold?
Oh, right.
His eyes are all crossed. And
And he does it flawlessly too. I mean, like he lifts up the glasses and just whoop,
Yeah.
there go the eyeballs.
Well, there's two problems with this, Corky. First of all, I am really blind. I can't see anything without
contrary
these. And-
to popular
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. And then the other thing is that I have a bit of a lazy eye, and that these prescription glasses correct.
Man.
So good. Yeah, I mean, look,
This
Casey had seen. What was it that we were watching that sent us down the Christopher Guest rabbit
Spinal
hole?
Tap.
Okay, so we were watching, and you just absolutely thought everything he did was so fun.
Yeah, and it's so what's so weird, and I don't know, he's just one of those, people, but I was immediately like, we watched Spinal Tap because I'd seen it's always on, but I never really like sat and like watched the whole thing. Even like the podcast we did, I didn't watch it. I don't think. I
I don't
was
think
just
so either.
Here for a minute. But he was like, yeah, he's in all those things with Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara. Of course, Schitt's Creek is like the biggest fucking show in the world last year, and so they're very relevant. And so he's like, oh, you've got to watch these things. And so I cannot fucking, I mean, maybe now, but we watched A Mighty Wind and we watched Best in Show. And like, I couldn't fucking figure out right off who he was in any movie.
Oh,
And that
yeah,
was,
because
the
he's so
craziest
good
thing.
at
Oh, that's the best part.
But this is my second time seeing this movie. But the first time I saw it, I really was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I'm glad I watched it twice, like you said, because there were a lot of things I missed. But I love this kind of humor and this improv-y fucking ridiculous humor. And I love everybody in it, so it's...
Yeah, and just the fact that these guys, they do so much, they did, or, still do so much stuff together, and they can just play such different characters all the time and still make it. Fred Willard kind of always just plays Fred Willard.
Yeah.
And then everybody else has got some, I don't know, Eugene Levy kind of the same. I mean, he's kind of always Eugene Levy
Schleppy
as
and-
well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, especially Homeboy that's married to Jamie Lee Curtis. Christopher Guest. I mean, again, his reach is crazy.
And the reputation that he has outside of this work that he does is that of a complete and total monster dickhead.
Yeah, he's supposed to be total
And I
dick.
have seen, and I maybe not seen, well, I have seen interviews. There's a compilation on YouTube of him just, like, if you're going to make that late night talk show round because you've got something to promote, then you need to do it. You need to be engaged. You need to talk to the producers and, this is what David Letterman's going to ask you at the time or whatever. And he just goes out there and just give a shit, doesn't want to fucking be there.
Yeah.
But I read that he has basically said, my job is to be funny. Like, this is my body of work. And if I'm not like this in real life, then that is nobody's problem but yours.
Yeah.
Because
don't have that
Sure.
expectation.
I don't have to do that.
Perform.
I've got my own life with my
true.
own partner, my own kids, or whatever they've got going on. So,
But are you saying that during those interviews he's a complete dickhead,
Yeah.
or he's just not funny?
he's a dick. Like
Or do people
really,
just feel
So
like he's a
I
dick
think
because he's not
there's-
being funny?
I thought
There's
he was a dick.
Big difference between not being funny and being your true self and just being an asshole.
Yeah,
and
because
if
you're
you're
watching-
going to sign up for those late night shows, like you said, go into it, be yourself. That doesn't mean you have to be an asshole. If you're going
Sure,
in willingly,
you watch an Adam
then
Sandler on a fucking late night talk show,
Yeah.
especially like, he's done movies in the last 10 years or whatever, and you can watch interviews. He's not being over the top fucking Adam Sandler. He's kind of just being a regular dude because that's apparently how he is. But that's
he
him
tells
just
a few
being-
funny stories and
Yeah,
stuff
but he's
like
doing
that.
what he's supposed to be. You can tell he's not
Not
just
everybody
being
has to be Robin Williams.
Right. So
Right.
I have two things to say here. First of all, for Christopher Guest to get these movies made, this movie only cost $4 million. So first of all, he's calling in a lot of favors to even 1996 to get this thing made for $4 million. Seems crazy to me.
Yeah.
But you have to sign on with the record company saying, I'll do this amount of promo,
Right.
I'll do this amount of talk shows, or I'll do this, whether you like it or not. And so a lot of these dudes that are like this, who are super organic and just like he's a fucking trained bitch. As you said, he's just like, this is fucking terrible. It's not part of the job. They want you to go on there and tell funny stories about your wife or a funny story about the subway thing. And he's not that kind of a comedian.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I feel like if you're going to make that deal, though, send someone out who will.
Yeah. He could almost send Jamie Lee
Eugene-
Curtis. She does great on those
Yeah.
shows, But I will say, and I'll the one of the cool things about being a Howard Stern fan for so many years, and again, I could take it or leave it now because he's just basically turned into his mom, and it's just a soap opera amongst the office, and it's almost unlistenable. But back in the day when, he was still he always great guests and not the same people all the time, is super funny. He would be coming out on David Letterman on a Friday night, and he's talking about it all week because it's a real, he takes it very, very seriously. Like, he knows what he's going to do when he goes out there, and he knows that he needs to be funny. He knows that all these people are doing, and most of the people, as you said, you have a pre-interview. Yeah. Like, even the times that I've been on Jimmy Kimmel or Leno or whatever, there's always a chance they're going to come over and ask you a question. So I've done some sort of pre-interview that's a volley to them to ask me something so that I can say something funny. Yeah. And so these guys go through it to it's basically these pre-interviewers' job to drag something out of these fuckers that they can talk about. But, quite frankly, he's not the only one that does this. There's the whole Joaquin Phoenix thing, where he went on David Letterman and supposedly he's in some sort of a character, but nobody really knows. And it was just, pretty gross.
That's some shit that only like Jim Carrey pulls off properly.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, I agree.
Well, Will Ferrell is famous for this. He, in fact, annoyingly, there's a lot of people that don't like Will Ferrell because he can't break character and won't. And apparently Ron Burgundy was created on the set of Saturday Night Live, and he went on as Ron Burgundy, or like the beginnings of that, and wouldn't break character. And Jim Brewer actually talks about this, and is just like, it was the fucking worst. I mean, you couldn't get any work done because he would come in there and just be Ron Burgundy in there.
Wow.
And that sort of goes into that thing, right? Where everybody knew, right, when I said that, right? You're like, okay, yeah, you can have enough Will Ferrell, in your life. And if he's just like that all the time, you could sort of see, but there are also funny guys that aren't like that. I think Adam Sandler is a great example, babe, because he kills on talk shows, but he gives you just enough of himself, and he promotes his movie, and that's why he runs comedy in Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, there's also like the opposite. Like, you get people like Anna Kendrick. She's like the best fucking interview of all time. Every time you watch her on a fucking talk show,
she's great.
She kills it. I heard she's apparently like the biggest fucking asshole snob piece of shit in the world. And like, it's
Damn
like,
it.
Yeah, that'd be like finding out that Kristen Bell's a fucking dick. Like,
No,
you know what I
that
mean?
will never
No, it won't.
happen.
Who is that girl that you're talking about?
Anna Kendrick, like Pitch Perfect, and
Oh, I don't know who that
Little
is.
tiny
you'd
pocket
recognize
human.
her if you saw her.
Red
She was,
hair.
she was in Frozen.
Red hair.
So she's really good.
Right? Isn't she one of the Frozens?
She's good on, but she's not. I'm sorry, I missed
No,
what
that's
you were
Kristen
saying.
Bell.
What Kristen Bell is on everything.
Yeah, but
She's
I'm just
a
saying,
Frozen.
But
But
everyone
sh-
loves Anna Kendrick, and she's so relatable.
She's
and
Trolls.
So this. Trolls. That's it.
She's Poppy.
That's right. Yeah.
but
she has a
apparently she is just
beautiful
like,
voice.
a fucking asshole and
She's not nice.
get these poor people away from me type of like.
boy.
Don't make eye contact with me.
Yeah.
No, I'm out.
Ugh.
You know who's good? Anna. No.
Anna Kournikova.
Oh, she was really good.
Yeah, she was good. She plays some
This
tennis.
just in?
Yeah, talk about a oh my shit moment.
Oh my shit.
Her tennis
No.
skirt.
Who's the girl? Oh shit. Fuck. Ariana Grande is really good on talk shows.
Yeah, everyone
Oh,
loves her.
she is.
But
she's
doesn't
really-
everybody love her in real life
Yeah,
too?
because she's like funny.
Yeah.
She's also like 12,
No,
She's
not
like
anymore.
20. She's like 27.
I know.
She was at one time.
but she looks 12.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that works for
She
her.
got like a facelift recently, and she looks
Wait,
crazy.
what?
No.
Yeah, they do these new ones, like super popular, like the ones with like the strings.
Oh,
and they
your
pull
mom
it,
was just talking
but
about that.
It like trying to give him like the fox eye cat, but it just pulled her face really tight and weird.
Look
I
like-
don't get it.
Ends up looking
I will
like
never
Kenny,
get it.
Kenny
Yeah,
Rogers.
she's 28.
I will 100% go
Good
to
for
my
her.
grave just going like, God damn it, Meg Ryan. Like, I think she just fucked it up for everybody. She was the girl next door, and she
yeah.
just fucking looked so great all the time, and she would have aged so awesomely. And then she fucked it up for everybody.
Yeah, but there's this one time that I was like, I'm going to get all the Botox. And he goes, why don't you just age gracefully? Like, look at your mom, you know, she's beautiful. And I was just like, she has so many needles in her face. You have no idea how much that costs to look.
You don't even
To
know.
look naturally pretty.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's why you're supposed to just take cash from the drawer and not tell me.
That's what I do.
Okay, good. Okay,
All right,
good.
I'm glad y'all
By
got
the
that
way,
figured
there
out.
is no cash in any drawer in this house. That was
No.
a fucking matter of. I'm totally fucking kidding. We
Actually,
did
there
not-
was cash in your drawer at one point, but I took
at one point, but now it's senseless. You can't spend it anywhere. First of all, they
Nobody
can't.
takes it.
Nobody takes it. They can't make change if you did.
That's right.
You know,
I took it to the Salina Square Christmas Festival.
that's super fun.
Bought our kid a
How was that?
candy apple. I don't know.
Eric, so obviously you had seen this movie before,
I could have
Oh, wow, we're
recited
still
this
there,
movie
aren't
for
we?
you.
and yep, that's still where we are. Now, are we under agreement so far? That Amy, what did you think about it so far? Because we're
I liked it, but
Okay.
this was also the first time that I saw it. So
now. Are
me
you
that.
familiar with these kind of movies? Have you seen Spinal Tap? Have you ever seen Best in Show?
Spinal Tap is in my top 10.
Okay.
Best in Show is a really, really close to my top 10.
Okay, well then, if you ever saw this one again, I think this one
Yes.
would.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But I do think that the second round, you would pick up more and more things.
It's also like Jarrett says off. That is something Jarrett says.
Jarrett
that
says.
had you watched it with Jarrett and Casey,
Oh, sure.
or me, probably not me as much, but you would have probably laughed at parts you wouldn't otherwise
Right.
if you're just sitting there on your own. I think for people who've seen, because I think Best in Show was the better promoted one. I think more people probably saw that one.
Man,
Yeah.
I have seen that one so many times.
And I don't like it as much. I don't feel like it. When I compare it to Waiting for Guffman, I feel like Guffman has more substance and laughs.
Yes.
But I think Best in Show has more of those big hitters, like maybe 5 or 6 throughout the movie.
Sure.
Whereas this one has more, but they're a little more,
Subtle.
subtle,
Yeah.
under the radar, kind of slow burns. Even the
Best in
next
Show
scene
also
when you think
has-
back and go, oh, yeah.
It has Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jennifer Coolidge.
I'm going to
So-
agree with you. I don't like Best in
Jane
Show as
Lynch.
much as I do this one. Obviously,
Yeah, Jane Lynch.
Spinal Tap to me is in another category. But I think Best in Show is really funny and great. But this movie, I literally laughed through the whole thing. And this definitely has a bunch of those. Casey looks over at me because that is something Jarrett says. Quite a few of
I'm
those.
going to bite my pillow.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes people just drive through and have a Coke. So I just say that sometimes. Sometimes
All
just
the
have a
time. He says
Coke.
that a
get a
lot
Coke.
Yeah.
for no reason at all.
Yeah, sometimes just have a Coke.
Coke.
Yeah. I could go back to the Dairy Queen. You know, I got a lot of ideas.
Maybe meet some Italian guys. I
Yeah.
don't know. Watch TV.
I watch TV, so that's how she knows.
She's going to go to New
Italian
York,
guys.
find Italian guys and watch TV.
Yeah, fuck
Well,
yeah.
That'll be awesome. You want to know about this movie?
I do want to know about this movie. Let me have it.
Over to
Eric.
for his synopsis.
An aspiring director and the marginally talented amateur cast of a hokey small-town Missouri musical production go overboard when they learn that someone from Broadway will be in attendance.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's all so good. I mean, just the fact that this basically the whole premise of the movie is getting this show done, and just the fact that this one reviewer from this just silly place that's coming to see the thing, and this is their ticket to Broadway.
But it's so wonderful. It reminds me of the little small towns where my grandparents lived up in Oklahoma, where I could see this happen. I could see Medill, Oklahoma, putting on the Red, White, and Medill play, and the local actors being just delusional enough to think that if this goes
their big
well,
break.
then we could get there. And I find that so endearing about this movie. I mean, we'll talk all about this.
Is that not any different than all the kids that fucking sell their own tickets to a show for a venue for the Battle of the Bands that's going to get you a record deal?
Well, just the newspaper thing. And yes, but the newspaper thing is such a good example. Because, Wichita Falls is a pretty small town. And, I'd get articles written about the bands that I was in before Bowling for Soup and then Bowling. And for some reason, every time you're just like, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is it. Man, our show's going to sell out. And there'd still be nobody there, ever. It never made any fucking people
it's like that time that we made it up to the 143rd top movie podcast.
Yeah.
I really thought we were going to make it.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we did Dirty Dancing. People love that fucking movie.
That's true.
Then we did Green Inferno.
And
Everything went to
the
shit.
time of my life. I'm being eaten now. Jesus Christ.
They got the munchies.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I forgot they got
These ants.
Did you fall to the girl takes a shit on the
Oh man.
remember that?
Oh, that scared me. That was a loud clap.
The funny thing about that Green Inferno thing, when the girl shits or whatever, like they all smelled good anyway. You know what I mean? Like at that point, you wouldn't even.
You would.
Would you?
No.
Yes.
I think you get to a point, because here's the thing. I've been in countries where everybody stinks, but they don't know that each other stink.
Right.
Yeah, until one of them diarrhea's about 1 foot from you, and then you would smell that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying you can go nose blind to your own stench.
Right.
Fairly certain there were rotting carcasses all over that
This is
damn place.
what I'm saying. They're like hanging up along the path, and there's no way that the people there didn't smell just like the doo-doo that came out of her bum.
Okay, it's different. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Fresh, like grade A, fresh off the farm diarrhea.
Yeah.
That wasn't grade A, I can assure you.
I don't think it was grade A, dude. Like, what did she had to eat? Like a little piece of people?
Porridge. People
Little
porridge.
Little piece of people.
Yeah, they thought that they ate people, right?
How'd you eat your friend?
Soylent Green is people. It's people.
Feel like I nailed that.
All right, let's dive into Waiting for Guffman.
There is a concern that I have that I think needs addressing, is that we can't have the porta potties too far off the main route because we do have a lot of seniors.
No, we've solved that. We're going to take the porta potties and put them right over here. They're not going to be in the way.
We're going to put a receptacle over near arts and crafts.
These are the big bins you're talking about?
Yeah.
We got barrels too.
We got
We're going to
barrels.
put barrels on every corner.
Wait a minute, that's the crate?
Oh, that's the big barrel.
That's
That's a big barrel because you got the pie eating going on right over here.
Dumpster than
Now, that's
a
another thing. If anything happens like last year with that pie eating, which brings me to a point. Security. Security. I say we put a rifle on here, a man with a rifle here, and rifle here. Please. Protect the whole square.
Don't start that.
From Greenville, the people from Greenville. Every year he has to bring this
Remember
up.
how much we got egged last year?
Absolutely.
I don't think anything's ever like really truly shown what it's like working in like a group project in high school. Like, you know what I mean?
But just how serious
rifles
they take
over
it and
here.
moving the
She
little
said
porta
arts and
potty
craps, and I've never noticed that before.
I thought that I just misheard it until you said
Oh
it.
my God, that's fucking hilarious that they even left it in there, Well, just this whole introduction into, how Blaine comes about and how, Blaine Fabian smells the ocean, and he's just
salt
like
water in his nose.
And he said, and it took him a few days to figure out that he was wrong because he just kept telling him it was low tide.
But they were happy to be there.
They were happy to be there. They made it as far as as Missouri, Yeah,
the Mississippi. They're actually bi-coastal if you consider the Mississippi River a coast.
They become the stool capital of the world.
Oh, that's
Well, and
fantastic.
one of the descendants of the Blaines still lives in town, and
That's right.
Of course, she knows exactly how the Kennedys must feel.
So I was gonna say that, but I couldn't figure out how to get into it. And that's the throwaway line. Like she's not even on camera anymore when she says that.
Yeah, she's a real Fabin.
And it's so fucking good.
Oh.
It's just so good. You know, a lot of people, you know, it's just a lot of pressure. I mean, now I know how the Kennedys felt.
A town of 3,500 people in the middle of nowhere. Oh,
Yeah.
Big deal.
It's so great.
Well, and then so when we meet Corky and he's just like, you know, barefoot in the park, which is, you know, this highly acclaimed crazy play. It's a duet play that happens between it's basically a love story that happens of like two people that meet. They get married. They're all happy. They have a baby. Shit falls apart. You know, life, right?
Same old thing.
And it all takes place in one room, and it's really a good play, but it's pretty intensive, and there's a lot that happens. And then the other production he did was Backdraft.
and the poster
The
is
embers.
the two, the travel agents.
Yeah,
are in
and
the
his wife, yeah.
poster, and everything's on fire, and they're.
And then, you know, and he was just like, now I really wanted him to feel the heat. So I had people just burn newspapers and put them in the
Blow it out into the
and the air vents. And then it's like, yeah. And they were really mad. So, you know, there was like a small fire and the whole place had burned down. They closed this down for a while, you know. But then there's just like, but I wanted them to feel the fire. Just poke their noses.
In the noses.
Poke.
And if you haven't seen this, so Christopher Guest plays Corky St. Clair.
Yeah.
The off Broadway director who's moved to a small town. And so he's very effeminate, and not just effeminate, but kind of like with an effectuated way of talking that's really interesting. So everything, his sexuality is never brought up, but he always brings up his wife.
But nobody's ever seen
Bonnie.
her.
Yeah.
No one's ever seen, but he does all of her clothes shopping for her.
Yeah.
And so it's one of the first like really obvious things about the film.
Well,
is
not
that
to mention
he's kind of a fish out of water
Yeah.
in this small town already, and he's going to lead it. But because he was in New York, he has this credibility in this small town that just he could do no wrong.
This is such
He
a
was
good
going to be a
exaggeration.
construction worker.
Yeah, he goes
sweeping
hat. He said, you know, because that was right after he got out of the Navy. He
had nothing but his dance
nothing.
belt and a tube of chapstick.
Semen.
But this is such a good exaggeration of what real life is like, because I've told you guys on this show before, we would call clubs in like Abilene and San Angelo and be like, we're bowling for soup from Dallas, and they'd be like, oh shit, there's a Dallas band wants to come play here.
Yeah.
And they'd give us the big gig.
Yeah.
You know? And so this is a guy where people are like, oh my God, he's got to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Freaking Corky. Man. Now, one of the things, again, I love Parker Posey, by the way, and then there's the whole travel agency thing, and
that they've never been outside
of Blaine. They went
at one time
Jefferson City,
For a minor procedure.
Well, it's a major procedure, if you ask me.
We don't want to talk about
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll talk about that later. And but then the one thing that the kind of the bit part is David Cross, who has a really big part in the movie, but a small role. You know, like it's very. He explains the fact that you know that they had the, what do you call those things?
UFO crop circle
thing, and the way he measures it is with a ruler or like a tape measure, and then with his feet. And he's like, sometimes the measurement changes.
Well, what does he say though? The circumference and diameter change, but the radius stays the same.
He goes, but here's the thing. The weather never changes in here. It's always 67 degrees and always a 40% chance of rain.
Well, you know, they say in Blaine that if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
Right.
But I think with a lot of hard work and dedication, we can get that down to 3 or 4.
I don't know if you guys saw this or if you would have been paying attention, but David Cross is in this real quickly in that thing. And then Bob Odenkirk is in this. When they go in for the auditions, which is the next thing we'll talk about, there's just this guy dressed up as a vampire that's just standing there.
Yeah,
just right.
that's Bob Odenkirk.
That's Bob Odenkirk.
Wow.
And so Bob Odenkirk and David Cross were a comedy troupe called Mr. Show for a long time. If you've never seen those, by the way, I mean, they're about 85% hit, and when they hit hard. They're fucking really, really funny.
Yep. I've
Good-
always
good
liked
stuff.
David Cross from Arrested Development. That's
Yeah.
probably where most people have seen him from.
Yeah, his stand-up is really good too. Really dirty. You guys would like it.
Nice.
When he walks up to, when they get to the auditions or whatever though, and the travel agents see the dentist guy and just the pun after pun after pun. Do you know all those?
I just know he goes, hey, why don't you give the girl some caramels, future customer,
Yeah, right.
here. And he thinks he's being so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and it's just like the most annoying thing, man. It just, pretty fucking bad.
Well, they're the pros. They're the, like, for this small town, they have the most experience.
Yeah. And what's funny is that she's just like the yes wife, who is like everything he does, and he sometimes, during our workshops, our 2-hour workshops at home, and then he'll just, give me, notes, pages and pages of notes. And then, and listen to, my instincts and teach me how to ignore them.
Yeah. So which audition was your favorite?
Well, I think Parker Posey's is fucking amazing.
Teacher's pet.
Yeah. And I mean, because again, that's what I was telling Casey. You watch this and you realize like she actually knows how to do that kind of dancing and stuff. And she's actually a really good singer. And so like when she starts to do ballet and stuff, you're like, Jesus Christ, like she probably is really, really good.
Her high kicks were quite impressive.
Or something else. And she's up on her toes and stuff during the thing. And
anyone who's reasonably good at anything knows how hard it is to pretend to be bad at that thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that good at anything.
Being awesome.
To know that I
try not to be awesome.
Yeah. Can't do it. Try to tell a rainbow not to be beautiful, Can't.
There you go.
Can't do it.
Can't
sound like
do it.
Posey.
Me and Jarrett saw the bottom of a rainbow one time.
We did. True story.
What?
Yep.
What was there?
Nothing.
Us?
Was it
was just
Harry?
us. Yeah.
Oh.
We're the pot of gold.
Did y'all make love?
No, we were
Right
driving.
there?
Yeah, we were just
That
driving.
doesn't prevent
that
you
would've
from
been
doing
safe.
it.
Driving.
Yeah.
We're not reckless.
What about you? What was your favorite audition? I mean, it's hard. Actually, it's kind of hard to beat Fred Willard and Catherine O'Hara's.
I just like the old guy who goes in there and goes, this scene from Raging Bull.
Oh, yeah.
He just plays both parts and just starts out, you fucked my wife? What? How could you ask me something like that? You fucked my wife. And it just goes back and forth. So the auditions are brilliant because of how amateurish they are, as they would be for a small town. But the look on Bob Balaban, the musical director, and then Corky, when they would just like look at each other like, this is so good.
Well, and also
This is
just
so
how
good.
serious the townspeople take it. And like those that like, there's the one guy is just like, I really wanted to audition, but
we have to restock the pharmacy.
Got to restock the pharmacy. And, Corky says, no, I cannot audition at that showbiz.
That guy's funny.
He's so great. Yeah, he's really, really good. But yeah, then of course you meet Mr. Woolley, and he's just like, he shows him the gun rack, and it's like he goes, I didn't know deers could do this. That's just
straight up.
Okay, straight up.
He took his taxidermy course via correspondence school.
Right. This is a tough movie to talk about and not just do the dialogue. I mean, because again, there's no historic significance to it. I will just say that one of the things about it is, he gets them doing like all the exercises and stuff whenever they're doing the rehearsals. And that's such a good exaggeration of like what it's like to be a theater kid. Cause that's actually the kind of shit you've got to learn, to trust your other, can you give yourself freely to everybody else and blah, blah, blah. And, you're a little kid. You're just like, I don't know.
What does that even mean?
And here again, Fred Willard steals the show because of just what a goofball he is when they're doing the conga line dance and he's got the ribbon. And so he puts the ribbon around the one girl, then the ribbon around Parker Posey. Then he pretends he's going to put it around Dr. Pearl, pulls it away. And then he thinks that is the funniest thing. Funny enough that he shows everybody again how
this is what I did.
They're making Dr. Pearl earn it.
Yeah. Dr. Pearl caught the bug, the acting bug from his great granddad, right? Chaim Perlget, who was in Dybbuk Shibbock, I said more ham. The sardonically irreverent.
I said more ham.
Yeah.
I said more ham. That's where they Bubby made a kishka.
Oh,
That
God.
famous song is from.
God, so good. But his dad didn't. He wasn't an actor. It's something about him. Then they just show that young picture of Eugene Levy with that afro. It's so good.
Well, they often ask him if he was the class clown in school, and he says no.
But I studied
No.
them.
Yeah, I sat next to him. Yeah, I studied him a lot, and surprised I wasn't. Okay, Sean, next clip.
I know this comes out of left field, but I'm looking for another actor, and I was wondering if you had any interest in participating in the show. Does that appeal to you in any way?
I'm not much of an actor, I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
I've never done anything like that before, really.
Uh-huh. Okay, fair enough, but it might be interesting, after, what, do you get off tonight? What time do you get off tonight?
Well, I get off at 8.
At 8 tonight?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a long day.
Yeah. And this is Mr.
St. Clair?
St. Clair. He's a drama guy.
Yeah, and at 8 o'clock you're off, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm not much of an actor or singer.
Well, you know what? That's what Charles Lawton said, and look what happened.
Did you change the fan bill on that blue Chevy?
No, I haven't done that yet.
When you get done here, we get on it.
Yeah.
So, how tall are you?
6'2".
Really? Wow.
So Brian Doyle Murray's never looked more like Bill Murray than in this exact scene.
Okay.
That is so funny that you said that, because when he turns to the side, like, I don't always think they look alike.
No.
But
No, I
damn.
thought that was Bill Murray.
I thought that
and I
was
like,
Bill Murray
no,
this time.
He's not.
No,
that
that's
old
Brian
here.
Doyle movie. That's Brian Doyle. God damn it, Brian.
Bill-
That's what they call him. He's in so many movies.
Brian
I'll tell you
Doyle
that
goes
much.
to the movies.
Yeah, Brian Doyle Murray. That's the guy. That's the boss from.
I know. I never recognized him, but I thought that was Bill Murray, and I thought that guy was at the end of the movie. That's confusing.
Confusing as fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep, they did it.
That is him. So when they're doing the rehearsal or whatever, and they're starting to the singing or whatever, and he goes, "Okay,
Look, I just think that right now we should just work on the music."
Oh, that argument's amazing. But I'm talking I'm talking where he goes, "Okay, now you two, I want you to be like, nothing ever happens in Blaine. Now you two leave the in out. So nothing ever happens in Blaine. Okay? And then also, so then the same thing is all they say, right? Drives it's all insane, right? Whatever. And then they're just looking at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? This guy's taking it super serious.
Well, he's been the director for all of the musicals before because he's the high school music teacher, but now he's got an interloper in his midst.
Right.
He's not super happy about it.
Well, that's when that meeting happens where he's just like,
hey, listen, I think we ought to just postpone this part and just work a little bit on the music.
But you want to talk about it? Where should we go?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just don't want to do it in front of them. I
think
that.
And then he's like, oh, you want me to talk louder? Okay. Well, okay. All right. Well, then, okay. Now that's too loud. Just talk to me like a normal person.
Listen. It's like that whole Zen thing, like how many babies fit in the tire.
Let's get back to this movie here. Now we've got a double date. It's the Pearl family and the travel agents, and so we find out. And then
she's real excited to meet all of his friends.
What is that accent?
It's not
northern.
I don't think it is.
Jew.
I don't know if it's a real one, man. Because
I think it's a lot of things morphed together.
I think you're right because it was super annoying.
Ugh.
But
it's a little grating. But they're not used to hanging out with like showbiz types.
Well, they start to talk about how Fred Willard's talking about how, well, in China they just put a monkey on the table, you just beat it, then you eat its brains right there, and then Dr. Pearl's like, well, now we went to China and we said we had this Peking duck or whatever, and not as good as here.
Yeah, that's where they make the duck.
Yeah, that's not as good as here. We have better Chinese food here, and the wife is so drunk. She's just like,
God, it's so good.
China.
Yeah,
we're talking about Miami.
Yeah, now we're talking about Miami.
She's like, girl talk.
Yeah.
Girl talk.
Yeah, girl talk. What's it like to be with a circumcised man?
I wouldn't know. I'm the only one. Well, we do get to find out what the small
surgery or
medical procedure in Jefferson
well,
City.
He says, she said to the doctor, she goes, "Can't you just circumcise it while you're down there?"
Yeah.
But yes, he had to have a penis reduction.
It's not very common, and some guys would dream about it.
Yeah,
but
she goes, "It needed to be done," and he goes, and he's like, "Well, why didn't you just get one of those vagina enlargements?"
It seems less invasive, right?
Yeah,
just put in the forceps and just
meat curtains,
like they do with kids with their retainer, their spacer, you know,
an expander,
and just
turn the key.
Yeah, and just twice a week, you just push the key towards the back of the vagina.
I cried hard when I saw the blue key coming up my mouth when I was younger. If I saw that blue key coming up my vagina.
I mean, bottom line is that thing could fit a baby out. You can pretty much get a lot of shit in there.
Well, imagine how big this guy's dick is.
Got to be pretty big.
Don't imagine it, I mean.
Oh, I did.
Do they have children?
No. They didn't say.
Unspecified.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe they, in the procedure. Just can't now.
Back to Parker Posey. She's like, I opened up my grandma's atlas and I looked at New York. It's an island, guys.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. I just want to go there and meet some guys.
Meet some Italian
maybe
guys.
meet some Italians.
Watch some TV.
Well, she could do that.
When they're sitting there and Fred Willard's talking, he goes, "Yeah, and really, there's only one place for me, and that's Hollywood. I just, because I do my impressions, and and I always have to tell her who I'm doing when I do.
Right, you kid,
because she just doesn't. She doesn't get it every time.
I have to tell her every time.
Yeah. Well, one of the best scenes of the whole movie is when Corky asks them for $100,000. And this, of course, leads into the our whole budget is $15 for the year, and that includes swimming, which is fucking great. But his fit here is just the way that and you're not going to give me the money, and he just gets.
So what I'm supposed to do with zero, because zero is nothing.
Yeah,
zero is not a thing,
and you're bastard people,
and I hate you.
And I hate your ass. No, that's later.
Oh yeah,
this is. I'm gonna go home and bite my pillow. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, he says the city council, they gave him a challenge, and it's a challenge that he's going to accept. Like in the olden days of France, when men would slap each other with their gloves, and they'd say, "D'Artagnan, how dare you talk to me like that? You," and he'd smack him.
And then I just smack him.
You know what book D'Artagnan is from?
Three Musketeers.
That's right. He's the fourth musketeer in the Three Musketeers, apparently.
I knew that. Well, Corky leaves the show, and then there's this is my favorite Parker Posey moment, is when they go up the stairs, and they're all like, Corky, we love you. Corky, we love you. And then she's just like, okay, he's not answering. And then, just shut up. Jesus Christ. just like out of nowhere. Just like completely shifts gears.
And then the next next scene.
Guess I can go back to the Dairy Queen.
Everything's cold, and she's like standing over a grill, grilling one
chicken wing.
That was so sad.
Yeah.
But yes, there's always room back at the DQ.
They told me I could come back, and, I go back there, and we got ice cream.
Derby cones.
I didn't know that was the name of it.
A derby. Yeah, they've been doing those for a while.
We've been doing derbies for a while.
Dipped.
We got blizzards and breezes. This is back when they had the breeze, which was yogurt.
Ah.
Ew.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Welcome, everybody. Oh, I forgot to do my own applause. Hold on. Welcome, everybody. He'll just slide that over. He's gonna slide it in right to the top. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to 5 questions. We haven't had one of these in a while. A one-on-one sesh. She said all that. How you guys doing? Everybody good?
Yeah, man.
I already know that because the show's been going on for a very long time. With us tonight, I'm very excited. He's one of our best players at batting 500, everybody, but one of the OGs here on Jarrett Goes to the Movies and being one of our supporters. It is Mr. John Gickler, everybody. Give it up. or him. Give it up for John. And of course, everybody, she is new to the show, but she is not new at winning.
Not new to kicking ass.
She has won 2 out of 2 times, batting at 100%.
They say batting 1,000.
Batting 1,000. 100 wouldn't be good.
100.
Right. I just said he's batting 500, so hers should be more, not less.
Yeah, the transitive theory of math.
Yeah. Okay. Melody Ortloff is here with us, and she is 2 for 2. Now this is an interesting game tonight. We haven't had this in a while. No chance for a tiebreaker. So Eric, you can take Eric Dillo's Jarrett Goes to the Movies Kidney Pete Memorial Celebrity, the tiebreaker question of America Awareness Pro-Am question for The Cure this week, and save it.
Carry it.
Oh.
Carry it over.
You went a lot nicer than I thought you were going to.
Yeah, and shove it directly up your ass.
Thank you.
That's right. Just right up there.
There's room.
You son of a bitch. All right, guys. You guys know how this works. We're talking about the movie Waiting for Guffman. And I assume you both watched the movie because you're both amazing supporters of the show. And neither of you cheat that I know of. And fuck it. If I don't know about it, no news is good news.
Then they're good cheaters.
Hey, are both of you able to write down? Okay, guys. Well, good luck to you. And here we go. The movie Waiting for Guffman is actually a movie of a lot of improv, and there's a lot of players in said movie that do a lot of other movies together. That's right. So you see where I'm heading with this?
I think so.
Name 2 other movies that the majority of this cast has done together in the same sort of realm of motion picture.
Very good question.
Well, Melody, I can see you're thinking hard. I'll give you a couple more seconds. I'm going to go to you first. And nothing coming to you. What did you think of?
I can only think of one off the top of my head. And
what did you think of?
I just looked it up too. Makes me mad.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. I am accepting that one. John Gickler, what did you get?
Okay. Best in Show, is it Breaking the Wind, or did I put Spinal Tap?
Yeah.
I know the name of that one.
Now, I can give him Best in Show, but I don't think I can give him Breaking the Wind. No.
I wish we could, though.
That's very good. It is Mighty Wind. Guys, neither of you got that correct. I'm very sorry to hear that. I thought that was an easy one.
Well, only one of these guys was in Spinal Tap.
I was just about to say, I wasn't even thinking Spinal Tap because Eugene Levy, Parker Posey, Catherine O'Hara.
Yes, but I will say I'm going to give him credit for Spinal Tap because it is Christopher Guest and same songwriters.
Yeah, Harry Shearer
and Michael McKean. Yeah. So I in there could have made an argument either way. Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
they didn't get it.
Sorry.
Okay, guys. Question number 2 coming up at you. I'll try to make this one a little bit more of a softball. Name the 2 productions that Corky had directed prior to the Red, White, and Blaine production there in the city of Blaine, Missouri. All right, John Gickler, what you got? Oh, no.
I can remember the second one. I just had backdraft.
Yeah. I couldn't think of either of them. I knew there was a fire.
Backdraft is hilarious because it's a movie about fire. Barefoot in the Park being hilarious because it's a very, very historic Broadway play that features a cast. John Ritter once did it on HBO. A lot of people don't know that.
Rest in peace.
It might have actually been Showtime.
John Ritter's dead, right?
Could have also been Cinemax. Either way, he did it. You guys missed that one too. My goodness. I actually thought that.
I watched this
I am going to be honest with you. I watched it 2 nights ago, and I'm a little bit. I mean, like it's just fuzzy. It's also dialogue-y.
It's very different when you're not finishing it 14 minutes before the show starts.
It's very, very true. All right, guys, this one's a little bit more difficult, and you 100% did have to watch and pay attention to this movie to get this next question right. Corky asked for $100,000 to complete this production and is laughed at because the budget for the whole year, including swimming,
there's no swimming in my play,
is how much? How much is the whole budget for the whole year, including swimming?
Well, then I'm gonna go home.
We've got to clean the pool. We've got, there's other things that we got to do too. We've got to, all right, Melody, what'd you say? All right, John?
It was 15,000.
It was
I had
15,000.
13,000.
Melody on the board. Going into question number 4, and you guys suck. Man. All right, guys. That's totally fine. Totally fine. All right, guys. Question number 4 will, of course, be about the movie. This one that we're talking about. What is this? Oh, Waiting for Guffman. What is the name of the president that visited Blaine and received the stool as a present?
That is a good question.
Thank you.
That is a good question.
Thank you. All right. Oh, Melody's shaking her head. Melody, I do have to go to you first as well. You did not have a guess for it. Just say any. Okay, that is incorrect.
I just put Lincoln, but I'm sure that's wrong.
But you know what? That's not that terrible of a guess. It's off by what, like 20, 30 years? I don't know. I'm not very good at math.
Or presidents.
Four score and 7. Now I know why you thought it was Lincoln. I get it now. John Gickler, what'd you say? It was President McKinley.
Gerald McKinley.
President Gerald John McKinley Adams Jr. actually was his full name. A lot of people don't know that.
Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow. All right, guys. Let's see here. Here we go. At the end of the movie, okay, this is actually this is a good one. This is a good fucking question. If you didn't really take notes on this, you're not getting this right. Should I just go ahead and fucking tell them they didn't get it?
Yeah, ruin their lives right now.
All right, here we go. In the movie Waiting for Guffman, at the end, we see the two travel agents, the travel agent and his wife, as extras in for a commercial being made about a boot company for boots that are made just right down the street from my house. What is the name of the boot company?
Well, we all know that.
Yeah.
Got a ranch in downtown Dallas. Buy diamonds by the ton. See Scotty's in my Cadillac. Drill oil wells just for fun.
And what's funny is you can do that, and they don't have any fucking idea what. But
when it comes to boots, I need a deal that'll fit me right.
Okay,
Totally.
hold on.
My goodness!
I gotta get this answer from them.
I forgot about that.
All right, Melody, did you have a guess? She says Justin Boots. John Gickler, what'd you say?
Boots.
Oh my goodness, Melody, very good. Very good.
Never like snow boots.
What's funny is
there you go. So you do know that those are made right down the street, actually, in a town called Justin, Texas.
Wait a second. You compete in rodeos.
Do you know the guys from Yellowstone?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yes.
Since we know all about rodeos.
I wrestle steers.
What?
That's incredible.
In the rodeo circuit. I've
do you really?
Well, let us know next time.
Seriously.
Yeah, wait, what's the event you do?
Out in Denton, Texas. So, I do roping and I do it's called steer shoot dogging, where you, instead of like jumping off the horse to wrestle the steer, you do it out of a chute. But yes, I wrestle.
Are the animals also gay?
Steers for fun.
Oh, okay.
What was that? Steers are not also.
Yeah, you don't know.
They might.
Well, they don't have balls anymore,
and it doesn't matter to me.
Listen, I
that
just
doesn't
bought
necessarily
tickets
make them,
to the rodeo in January. I'm super into it.
You don't know that steer's pronouns. It doesn't matter if it still has balls.
She might know, though. She's part of the gay rodeo. I'm just trying to find out more about it. But we're going.
I've never asked a steer.
Time, and
you've got to steer next time I get down there and get ready to throw it on the ground.
Yeah, just whisper.
When you walk by the horses, are you all like, "Hey,
hi, hi"? Oh my gosh, that is really cool.
Yeah, that is super cool. Yeah, please do. That'd be super fun. That sounds like a good time. All right, guys, here's where we're at. Melody, you have 2. John Gickler, you have 1, and that's 5 questions gone. It is now time.
All right, you guys have a 50-50 chance of getting this right. True or false? Although it is comically put down in the closing credits of Waiting for Guffman, Remains of the Day was actually nominated for a Best Picture Academy Award in 1993.
All right, John, what'd you say, man? True. All right, Melody?
True.
She said true as well.
I said true.
It is true.
Okay, very good. You guys both finally got one right at the same time.
It lost a Schindler's List, which, everything
So did
that
everything,
year.
yeah.
So did a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Well, good job, guys. I mean, this is pretty cut and dry here. We will now go into Sean's super hard question. Melody, you can sit back and bask in the fact that you got the most questions right tonight before this point. John, you know how this works. You will get Sean will ask you his super hard question. Sometimes there's categories, sometimes there's not. If you get it right, you win. If you don't, you're not a loser. But you didn't win, did ya?
It's time for Sean's questions, the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
Hey, John. 2 categories. Category 1, school spirit. Category 2, we got a shooter.
God.
What
We got
happened
a
at
shooter.
the town fair the year before, which made some think it was necessary to have men with rifles posted on top of some of the buildings?
Guy with a gun here.
Guy with the rifle.
Up here.
An eggy.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. I got to say, Melody, sometimes his questions are super easy. Sometimes they're unanswerable. Unfortunately for you tonight, that one was answerable. And your winner tonight, John Gickler, not only winning tonight and moving up to 14 wins, just one away from your 3rd winner's plaque, but also decrowning Melody as the only undefeated player in all of 5 questions. By the way, I just made that up. I don't know if there's anybody else.
There's no way of knowing.
There could be like one other person that's only been on once.
They don't
and
matter.
One, but anyway, fuck them. They're not here tonight. And what are they going to do? Check us? How the hell do they know?
Nope.
I don't even know how many times we've played this shit. Like Sean's the only one with it written down.
12.
That computer crashes. We're fucked.
Yep.
Bye,
Jerry.
Back
Goes to the
that
movies.
shit up.
Yeah. And scene.
All right. Hey, that was super fun. Melody, thank you so much. And by the way, definitely let us know when you're down in Denton. John, great to see you as always. I'm sure that I will, but if I don't see you guys before, happy holidays. And as always, we could not do this without y'all. Come hang out on the chat if you can, and we'll see you soon.
You got to stop crying. She hasn't cried this much since the day we got married, honestly. This is wonderful. Why didn't I react like this when I was playing football for the Blaine Panthers and our quarterback went down with a dislocated knee? I should have said,
You're strong,
time
Ron.
out.
You're strong. You're just a big brick.
Let's delay the game, and my lip would tremble. And I said, we have an injured quarterback. Let's give up. No, you know what we did? We brought in the 2nd-string quarterback. When he went down, we brought in the 3rd-string quarterback, and we went out and we whipped the pants off of Harry Truman High School, and next week went out and mopped the floor with Blessed Heart of Mary. And they went on to win the state championship.
I love that he messes up. Just keeps going. They're like,
Her fucking bangs just keep getting taller.
Yeah.
It's the best.
yeah, her hair keeps getting
Do you
more.
feel like maybe that's where they got the inspiration for Mary?
Oh, for something about Mary?
Yeah.
It certainly looks similar. That's for sure. But I mean, that was a hairstyle too back in the 80s, or I guess, yeah, like late 80s. Like the girls did do this thing where they had this
Aquanet.
like
Put the white rain in
thing,
there.
like a peacock in there, like a peacock.
Peacock?
Peacock.
Oh, Chris. We know Chris.
Chris?
Yeah. Chris Peacock.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. So when they're starting to talk about like, well, we can't trust this to Lloyd. Like Lloyd,
well, they have to convince him to come back.
Yeah, because Lloyd, they're telling him, right? Like, and Lloyd can't do he's a music teacher and he shops at Walmart. He doesn't even support the town.
Our town.
Yeah.
Walmarts destroy small towns.
Yeah, that's a lot of people don't know that.
That's true.
Well, if Blaine goes down, then Missouri goes down, and then what, Corky?
You don't want to imagine.
Don't even want to imagine. So this is where they give him the challenge, and then they do the thing where he tells Eugene Levy, like, it's the problem is that back then they wouldn't have worn glasses. It's the specs.
Ben Franklin wore fucking glasses.
Yeah.
So he could have worn glasses. Maybe you need to make them period appropriate.
Yeah, sure.
But they were also wearing sneakers on stage during.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I just have to say at this point, you know, how just amazing the music is and how awesome it is that we actually get to see them perform the play for the most part.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get that working, making, everybody, something. I get that in my head all the time.
When I was explaining this movie to Eller, he came down, it was paused, you know, and he needed a snack for the 900th goddamn time that day. Yeah, okay, buddy, just get a snack. I'm trying to get this movie. Mom's working. Then he comes around the corner from the pantry with a bag of popcorn. Yes, I'll pop the popcorn. Another ordeal where I got to get up and do, okay, all right. Anyway.
Sorry you have to feed your child, Eric.
I feed him a bunch.
Of grapes? For a snack?
Everything in my house. In any event, what is this movie about? Oh, it's like a fake musical, and then a penny for your thoughts, a dime for your dreams.
God, it's
would
so
a bright,
good.
shiny quarter reveal all of your schemes.
So good. And when he has to take that role because Johnny's dad is making him work late.
Oh, that's the ass fight.
That's absolutely not. Well, you say no. You say absolutely not. Well, then I just hate you. I just hate your ass face. And then it goes straight to him trying to get the wardrobe on, and he's like, "Well, they're just tight. I mean, I'm okay, but just pull these up. But I'm just trying to commit to one side." Man!
If you get your pants tailored, they say, "How do you dress?" That's how they ask you.
Oh,
which side you put
that's what that means.
Which side is your weenie gonna hang on?
I didn't know that.
Does everybody
how do
have
you
like a
dress?
Interesting. I wear underwear that just kind of holds mine.
Well, that's a pretty new innovation in the world
Right.
of men's undergarments. Is that
Interesting.
ball socket pocket?
Yeah, it's got like a pouch.
And once you go down that road,
Yeah, you
can't
You don't go back.
I don't even know what it was like when I texted you that D's nuts joke today.
Yeah.
About could you fit them in your mouth?
Right.
Like you could 100% fit both of my balls in your mouth.
Yeah.
On their own.
Sure.
But it would be more like putting 2 grapes in a fucking hefty trash bag and trying to fit that in your mouth. I think would be the real problem with you trying to fit my nuts in your mouth. Just because of how saggy they are.
What?
You wouldn't be able to fit all
I'm
of
with
the...
him.
He lost me. I thought we were once you were putting them in my mouth, it was fine.
You could fit both of my balls in your mouth.
Okay.
But you couldn't fit both of my balls with all of the scrotum skin that would accompany
there
it
we go.
Oh, I
into
see.
your mouth.
Got it.
Not a chance.
So there's a lot of
You'd have
scrot.
to fold it up and really...
Sure. And then
get
you
in
got to
there.
keep
A scrot
folding.
scrunch.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you could cinch it up, right? And then get the balls down on the bottom, to where they're just kind of there.
I don't
Yeah,
think
like,
you're
you know, when-
flexible
Oh,
enough.
a hair tie.
No, it's like
You could
when
use
you
a hair
put
tie maybe.
it's like when you put a new trash bag in your trash can, but you have a few cans already.
Mm-hmm.
So you put it in the bottom to weight it down so it doesn't do the fluff up.
But
Am I
that's where
right?
they already are.
Okay. All right.
Well, unless yeah.
Okay.
For the most part.
I mean, I'd have to
Anyway.
really be down there. I mean, like to take it on head on, but like if I was under you, maybe
No,
gravity
no
would
head,
help.
just the
Okay.
balls.
If you lay
That's what
down
I'm talking about. Like
and
if
let me
I'm looking up,
slowly
you teabag
bring myself
into my
down.
mouth, and
my legs are stretched apart.
I could slurp one in, and then shove the other one in, like I'm a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Did you see that lady
Yeah, you
golfer?
gotta pouch it.
Yeah, pouch it.
Did you see that lady golfer the other day that got stung by a wasp between the first and second hole?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Well, first of all, women are not supposed to play sports.
Her stance is just too wide.
Man, that's a fucking funny joke, dude.
That is a really good joke. Really messed up her sting.
That is a fucking really fucking funny joke. You don't even need the stance part.
I must have read it like 2 weeks ago and just took a screenshot on my phone.
Yeah.
I got to deliver that one for the boys.
That's really good.
And the girls.
Excuse me?
And the girls.
Yeah. Well, especially the girls. It's a word of warning.
Yeah, don't play golf.
Don't do that. Did you notice in the orchestra there was a guy playing timpani and trumpet at the same time? And he's and it's going boom, 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 but he's just on one drum like this.
That guy apparently
orchestra
wrote
humor.
a bunch of that orchestra.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, a timpani have a tempo or a pitch. So when you hear boom, 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 boom,
okay,
like those are two different drums.
Okay.
And he's just going bum, 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 but he's playing a trumpet solo at the same time.
Wow.
Maybe somebody else is doing the bomb and you just can't see it.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's
Off
timpanis
camera.
are right there, and that's him. He's standing there.
Maybe there's somebody else.
Do you know the name of that song you were just mimicking?
Bum Bum. I think it's She Bangs by
I thought it was Jaws.
Close Encounters of the Third
It's
Kind.
like Also Struck Zarathustra or something like that.
Bum, 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 bum. That's the Jimi Hendrix version.
You're not a Jimi Hendrix guy, are
I think
you?
that was the goat.
No.
Let me see. Yep.
Yep. Sounds like Jimi
That's
Hendrix
who it
playing
was.
guitar. It sure does.
What's that little thing that the pitch thing?
Pitchometer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that's now your new pitchometer.
Yeah.
Key of D! 440 A!
Is that a highway that leads to Florida?
Why would they build a highway to the danger zone anyway? Like, if you know that there's a zone out there that's that dangerous,
Because people like to live
put a
in
loop
fear.
around it.
I just want to live. I don't know.
On the highway to the danger zone?
I think so. I think so. I think,
that song.
so he's playing this part and he's just like, oh, come on, just one kiss.
Right, because the part that was being played by like a hyper masculine mechanic with this chiseled jaw.
He's
and
so
then
great.
Here comes Corky in his little schoolboy haircut and like AC/DC outfit.
Well, they all play many, many roles, and so there's the lyrics are so good. Grab your fella by the hand, take him to the promised land. Grab your lady by the arm, take her out behind the barn.
Let me clear my throat.
President, hey, it's a footstool. Everyone needs a footstool. Blaine was on the map.
The stool capital.
The stool boom is.
Could not get you the stool boom.
Stool boom.
That gave me like
From
very.
the park to the pool room.
Yes, it was very. Everybody needs a Sneed. You know what I mean?
Oh wow!
yeah.
Yes,
That's what it
from
reminded
the
me of.
Lorax.
Working, making. It's so good. God, I just think the music is so good.
It is so good, but it's intentionally bad.
Of course.
Good.
But that's the whole thing with Spinal Tap too. It's like, talk about mud flaps. My girl's got them.
What do you call that one? That's Lick My Love Pump.
Lick my love
Lick
pump.
my love pump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long. No, it's not raga. It's the same key.
D minor. It's the saddest.
Saddest of all keys. This one, you can't actually. This has never been played. Don't even look at it. Actually,
Don't touch it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the second half. Alan, his dramatic work. I mean, I knew he was funny, and I knew he could, move, dance, because he's that way. But I think his dramatical work is so moving that, I called Joyce and I said, Joyce, bring Joshy, because I got to feed him halftime because I'm just busted.
This is good. Boy, they're moving. They're dancing all over the place, and the songs are very catchy. Very catchy. I can't get a few of them out of my head. It's almost an annoying point, but I think it's good when a song is catchy. From the little experience I have in show business.
I knew that Corky could act and he could direct and he could produce, but who knew that he was going to act and sing and dance? He can just do everything there is to do, and there's only one other person in the world that can do that, and that's Barbara Streisand.
Then he's just like, oh, I wish I was in the show.
Gorky! So good.
Oh man. Well, yeah. Oh no. He just goes, and then that, and you know what? I'm kind of glad that other guy went in, because one time he came into the store, into the pharmacy, and he tried to steal my stamp machine.
Stamp machine.
Yeah. Kid is no good.
The troublemaker.
Yeah. How was the break, everybody?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Went potty.
We learned about I learned about Sean's band Gauge. You know this. You know this band. All right, so they had this bass player that they hired. He was super into like Dream Theater, and he owned like all these signature Yamaha 6 strings. And so when we were thinking about what we could call our band, he said Gauge, Gage, like because it means a token of defiance. Well, come to find out, he was in a bunch of other bands, and they were all called Gauge.
Yeah. That happened to me in Wichita Falls back in the day. There was a dude that just like every band he was in, it was called the same thing.
Just trying to make one stick and then just boot out.
What was
all
it
the rest
called?
of
Do
them.
you remember?
I'm trying to think. It's a pretty good name, actually.
The Pinheads?
No, it's
the Pinheads are just too darn loud. Was their
you're just
problem.
too darn loud. Yeah, you're right. God, what the fuck was that band's name? It really was not a terrible name, actually. And maybe I'll think of it in a second. But the other bands that we had around Wichita Falls at the time were Ariok. And I was
That sounds like a hairball noise. Yeah.
I was in Terminal Seasons.
Oh yeah.
And there was STS. They were a Christian band because that stands for 70 times 70.
How many times you're supposed to forgive someone? 70 times 7.
Okay, 70 times 7. Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely, probably,
Forgive 'em?
definitely,
70
probably
times
all that.
70 times 7.
And then there was we had a bunch of Christian
90.
bands.
Is that in the Bible?
Chris's Christian band was called The Persecuted, which is a great name for a
Yes.
band.
Yeah.
And then there was a band called Smiley, which has to exist elsewhere. There was a band called Jolly Roger, which
Pirate Shanties.
Yeah, they did like lots of pirate stuff.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Oh.
And then what else was there?
Don't owe me.
Lots of
Army.
let's see. Trash Poets was a band. There's a band called The Kind.
I'm surprised we're not on an Abbott hole right now with the pirate thing.
I was
Yeah,
wondering.
you're right.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Avast. Let's get back to the movie.
You're right. Let's do it. Okay, so
Okay, now let's talk about bands in your town, Amy. Name them.
Go ahead.
Tripping Daisy.
Cricket.
Mud Vein.
Mudvayne. Yeah, they're definitely from Highland Village, Texas.
The Hagfish.
Hagfish are from Sherman.
Puddle of Mud.
Kansas City, I think. At least the singer is.
No, they're from like Oklahoma.
No. You're thinking about
No, that's Hanson.
Pod.
No.
Puddle
You're
of
thinking about Hinder.
Puddle of Destruction. I hung out with O and D in Nashville.
Yes, you did.
OAR.
That band's from like New York, right?
I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, we're slowing down.
No, we're not. We
Here
just
we go.
naming bands that everybody saw. Reverend Horton Heat.
I said Hanson, but nobody hopped on that train, so I'm moving on.
All right.
I'd hop on that train.
Squirrel Nut Zippers.
You would.
Well, so at the end of this thing, the balloons drop, and you would have thought that everybody in there was Hillary Clinton because everybody.
She was so happy.
They were so. Everybody was so.
I just rewatched that video like once a month.
Yeah, I
to
do
make sure
too.
it's
I
real.
feel so bad about it. Like I wish because she just, I mean, it's just. I think it's
She
one
would
of
have functioned like several times that year. where people
It's
were just
one
like,
of
"What are
those
you doing?"
moments where you just, like I've done stupid shit, like where you make the wrong face or say the wrong thing. I mean,
Not me.
Not ever.
I don't know what that feels like.
there's a bit of an inside joke happening right now, and
I love inside jokes.
Yeah, well,
Can't wait to be part of one day.
Right. Actually, I had a cameo yesterday, and they go, and we want you to say this. Just say it because it'll be funny. It's an inside joke. And I just got to the thing, and I just and I'm supposed to say this thing or whatever, but it's an inside joke. And if I fucking say it, it's not an inside joke anymore. So fuck you guys.
Also, when you get a cameo and they're like, yeah, say this, it's an inside joke. Are you worried that they're going to take that and then spin it in some other way?
Well, I'm not saying shit.
I love to eat big meaty cock.
Yeah.
It's an inside joke.
See?
Right. That is an inside joke. I mean, you know,
we laugh about that so
All the
much.
time.
we
Eating
just
big
laugh.
meat cock.
Well, it's a sad story because it's not Guffman after all that
We
shows
haven't
up.
even talked about the fact that was what was happening.
Right.
really.
Well, they're waiting on
Have we even talked about the alien scene?
Nothing ever
Yes.
happens on Mars.
Oh, well, no.
Where he came out looking like Simple Jack.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, he's supposed to be like a little kid in the
That's my favorite costume.
boring.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
No, I was trying to speed things up.
This will be the quickest episode ever.
Yeah, dude, it's
already.
almost 11 o'clock.
We started late.
We started at 8.
Okay, so what happens is they're doing some acting, and she goes, "You're just gonna go over there and meet one of those French girls," and he goes, "I'm fighting for my country
and the freedoms, so they can feel the freedom blowing through their hair." And they're
Kenny, from your
masters
thoughts.
in the way of love.
The alien thing is just amazing because you know that whatever he was saying, they didn't know what he was going to say, you know, and it's just, God damn, the reaction is so funny.
I just like the reaction from the crowd when the aliens start singing.
Right.
They're like, oh my God.
I can't believe this is happening. Yeah.
So good.
And it's everybody. It's like everybody from the mayor to just like the housewife down the street. Everybody I can't believe this is happening in our town.
I will say that because obviously the whole premise of the film is like this shitty small town production with a kind of shitty poser director, all of this stuff bad. The music's bad, quote unquote. The acting is bad. The set design, fucking good.
It's all great.
And the narrator guy's amazing.
Oh my God.
he
Yeah,
was
I know.
awesome.
I think that's part of the comedy though, is he gets like actually taken out of this trailer park and it's just this random, like we
And
need
he's
to,
amazing.
well, I hear you like to tell stories or whatever. Well, yeah, I like to make things and tell stories, and he's fucking amazing.
Caught me eating my beans.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on beans. So
Talk
good.
your ear off.
So good.
I feel like we should just start a community play and not fucking ever like you know, just like start one and just make it ridiculous and just but seriously ridiculous and just
I
see
could
what
do
people
that.
do.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
In your backyard.
Here's the thing. We could do a documentary about it. And it could be like a mockumentary. And we could act like somebody from the Dallas Morning News was going to come and review it.
Oh, my goodness. In Little
What do you think?
Prosper,
Stick with me.
Texas?
Stick with me on this. And like the whole idea is to be one of the Dallas summer musicals, and we think that we're going to have that chance, you know, kind of
The
thing.
story sounds familiar.
No, it's definitely never been done. It's
very
definitely
different.
It's definitely never been done.
A lot more nudity in this one.
What if we what if we
Hopefully.
try to be in the Dallas summer musicals? Only ours isn't a musical.
Or it's
Huh?
in winter.
Stick with me. Oh shit! We're shaking shit up now.
Winter, summer, non-musicals.
Yes.
Okay, I'm on board.
We've only got a few weeks left.
Icy Dialogue Fest.
100%. I will, and I've said this to Casey since we met. I would love it, like if I were home for like 3
Like
months,
2 years or so?
Oh, weird.
No, but like if I were home for like
Nowhere to go, nothing to do.
okay, smarty shit. Like there was fucking community theater going on.
Anytime.
Okay. Anyway, if
We
I
live in
could,
Texas. Nothing changed here.
what?
Except for all the
That's
dead people.
true.
They all, you know, they're gone.
They changed.
I'm saying during times of people gathering, I am never home for 3 months in a row. I would like to do community theater. I think it would be really fun.
I think that would be fun.
Eric, we should, and I'm not making a joke about this. I'm serious.
Why
We
don't you
should,
just boot me and Amy out of it.
we should, because y'all don't want to do
Y'all
that.
don't have the star power we
Do you
have.
not remember whenever we said party and
Yeah.
We did a really good job.
Do you see we harmonized?
I'm trying
the
not to. I'm not joking. That was in harmony. Y'all just did
No,
it.
it was
listen
so
closely, it was.
harmonized.
Yeah.
Listen,
We should.
Shawn Mendes.
Also, did you
100%
see my
audition for
Halloween
Everyone. Okay. Heard it.
costume? I can
All right, I'm in.
act. You just give me bubbles, and I've got this shit.
You know what we should do?
I'm going to
Let's
do an entire episode of Law and Order
You guys
as
don't
my
even
monologue.
know what you're missing.
let's work up a let's work up a duet.
Boom.
You know, we used to do those all the time.
Let's do it in ways that make us feel
good.
good.
Oh.
What?
It's all
I
just-
was- listen, I can rhyme.
Yeah, you can. Duet.
You
go.
do it all
Wet.
the time.
Wet.
Bet. Jet. Let. Met.
Set.
Mm-hmm.
Ket.
That was a good one, Amy.
Is
Thank
ket
you.
a word?
Split.
You could be like, I don't give a
All right,
shit.
me and Casey are doing our own.
All right.
It's going to be a battle of the duets.
That's fucking fine. You guys
We're
just
going to take our clothes off and run the show.
make it a bit. But when I'm Daddy Warbucks and Eric is Sandy, you guys are going to be like, I wish we could go watch that shit.
Yeah, and we're not giving you tickets.
And I'm going to be like, I can show you the world.
Nope.
And she'll
Wrong
be like,
one.
Today, I love you, Daddy Warbucks. You're
thought he was
fucking awesome.
I thought he was Sandy.
No. I'm
So he's going,
singing
"Oh."
Andy's part, but it's gonna be Little Orphan Andy.
Andy,
and I'm gonna get my friend Andy to be in it too.
Andy and Sandy.
Yeah.
I'm
It's a
out.
real mindfucker. But
Nightmare.
Little Orphan Andy. I wonder if that's a thing.
Has to be.
It has to be
Yeah.
a thing.
oh, for sure.
My God. I mean, you realize how, let's talk about this for a second. And you know what? This is topical because right now, the Christmas Story is on everywhere, right? Like it's about to be that time.
Man.
And, is that a bad, you don't like it?
No, I love that movie.
Okay, love it too much. I can sit there and watch. There's a reason why it's on 24 hours a day because it's you can get in on any part and it's great.
Yep.
But that's true, but that's real. Like people did used to tune in to the Little Orphan Annie radio show back then, and that's how big that franchise is. It's pretty crazy to think about.
Did you see the newest Annie?
Yes, I did.
I didn't see it. Was it good?
It was different.
In
some ways that I didn't appreciate.
Oh, okay.
I saw I've seen a few of the performances. I haven't seen the actual the actual thing. I thought Harry Connick Jr. did an okay job.
Oh, I'm talking about the
one with Jamie Foxx, like the movie.
one.
Oh no, there's a new one.
Oh. Well, I haven't seen that one.
But they keep
there was one.
The new one he's talking about is from 2014.
No, that's
one-
fucking old. We're
that
talking
one-
about the one
there's
that
a
was on last
new
week.
one.
Broadway.
You're fucking old. First of all, second of all,
listen
who's
to me.
playing Miss Hannigan?
Oh, I know the answer to
It's
that.
like Carrie Underwood.
No,
or Lady Gaga or
it's a
somebody.
new actress.
I can
we
see
don't
your
know her.
face.
Yeah, me
Casey
too.
No, she's not
Musgraves.
new at all.
No,
She's
she
like a
plays
very
Cookie.
famous actress. Yeah.
What?
She plays Cookie.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I just don't know anything.
And I don't know, the way that your microphone is and your computer makes it look like you only have a handlebar mustache,
Well, I do.
which is fucking weird.
Oh, what is her name?
Well, I think it's okay. Like the songs that I've seen are okay, but I think maybe the Annie characters is older. I mean, like usually they get she's a little younger.
Dude, I think you could pull off just a handlebar.
Okay, so this actually happened the other day,
no.
and I'm not just saying this. So for some reason, it's kind of darkened here. At the end.
And no, it's darker up here.
And I actually looked in the mirror the other day and did this, and I kind of wondered if I could fucking pull that off.
Do it.
Can.
Do it.
I knew she was going to
For
say
Tuesday.
no. She already said no. I knew that was
When
going to
I
happen.
shaved the other day, I left a goatee.
No, do it on Wednesday.
What? The Wednesday. What?
No, do it before our live
Taraji
show on
P.
Tuesday.
No, I want my wife to be attracted
you.
to me, so I won't do that.
No, that's Miss Hannigan in the live Annie.
So I can already tell
Taraji
I
P.
wouldn't like
Henson.
this.
The old one, the one with Jamie Foxx, though, they changed the whole story around and shit.
It was all so stupid.
Yeah.
It was all...
Because Sandy was a lizard, and they...
that doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
What?
it's true. Yeah, and Daddy Warbucks, he wasn't even rich. He just owned a pizza place.
Come on.
And
Daddy Warbucks' pizza.
That does not sound like a pizza
Thanks for
place
calling
either.
Daddy
It's
Warbucks'
war crust.
pizza.
What do you want?
All right, 35 minutes.
Okay, god damn it. We've done it again. All right.
Well, Guffman didn't show up.
He didn't, but this other guy came, and then he gets introduced to the cast because they think it's Guffman, and then he decides he's going to take a red balloon to a newborn baby.
What? He's going to love... And says he's going to love this.
He's going to love this. What the fuck
You ever
is
been
wrong
around
with
a
you?
baby?
And the guy was just so sweet. Like, yes, I'd love to meet the cast.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Like,
I think
You
if
did great.
Do you
you guys
think we
were
have
amazing.
a shot at Broadway?
I really do.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
That guy was on a show in the 80s. I can't remember what it was. Maybe Soap? can't remember, but he was definitely on a show back.
No, you're
in the-
thinking The Soup. That was Joel McHale.
Nope.
I saw him.
So meaty.
I saw him live one time. It was not good.
Yeah, that's what they always
I
said.
used to
right?
watch it a lot.
So
yeah.
mean.
He pretty much did the Soup live. That was like his stand up. He just like got up there and was like, "The Kardashians are funny," and I was like, "Oh no,
No.
Oh,
Ish.
I paid money to be here.
ouch."
I
watched a funny Anthony Jeselnik clip the other day
Oh,
that my
please
friend
tell me
sent
about
me.
it.
Go ahead. Go on.
My friend Jarrett Reddick and I
Oh.
know him. Y'all might know him from a
that's
band and a podcast. So I saw this thing. So I don't know if you guys know about how off the rails Eric Clapton has gone recently,
No.
but I guess I'm a huge Eric Clapton music fan growing up. That's how me and my brother learned guitar. The Unplugged album had just come out. We bought the tablature books.
Would you know my name?
And so many better songs than that on the album. I mean, we just wore that thing out. And multiple copies of the CD. So I've always been a Clapton fan, and Cream and Blind Faith and all this is, well, apparently, first of all, in the 70s, Eric Clapton was this huge fucking racist, like crazy, crazy racist. So that's one thing that I didn't know anything about.
I don't know a bunch about his past. I think the one thing to put out there, though, is that George Harrison stole his wife.
No, other way
He
around.
stole George Harrison's wife.
Didn't his kid fall out of a window?
Okay, we're getting to that.
So
that's the
but the thing that he's doing,
Sorry.
Okay, the thing that he's doing
It's
right,
good, though. It's
the
good.
thing that he's doing right now, though, is he's actually writing new music that is like anti-vaccine, like this is Eric fucking Clapton, not Weird Al Yankovic and you know what? That's fucking
It's
offensive
not
to
a-
Weird Al
yeah,
Yankovic.
it's
You're
not a
right.
parody.
You're right. I shouldn't have said that.
It's not funny.
This is like not some stupid TikTok kid.
Yeah,
You know what
Eric
I mean?
Clapton
like this
ruining
is Eric
his entire
fucking
legacy.
Clapton. They used to paint Clapton as God on the walls.
And these are the shittiest, just most poorly thought out songs that ever could have
terrible.
been written.
Like honestly,
like my next door neighbor's a stripper
terrible.
or whatever.
So hey man, I got one. I'm dating a porn star. What do you think? Now I think y'all could sell that.
Hey man.
Okay.
So anyway,
Wrangler.
I'm reading about this and it's a mess. And this guy just goes, "Don't get your kids vaccinated," says parenting expert Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Push him out a window instead.
I thought you were talking about the other one. He's
Well,
got Eric
so
Clapton
hold on,
jokes for
hold on.
days.
So then I sent Eric a clip of Anthony Jeselnik saying, "Go ahead."
Well, it was the joke is only 15 seconds long, and this clip is about 3 minutes long.
Well, but him explaining the joke is so here's
the
here's
brilliant.
The thing.
Yes,
Set it
you
up.
do it.
He goes.
I used to have a son.
Yeah, I used to have a son, and
The same way Eric.
and I lost him. You know the oh fuck.
The same way Eric Clapton lost his.
The same. My son died the same way Eric Clapton's son died.
Yeah.
For inspiration.
For inspiration, right? And he goes, right. And so then, okay, I got this part. So then he goes, now that joke is like an onion. You have to peel back the layers. First of all, you have to know about Eric Clapton's son and how clumsy that little fella was.
That little fella.
Then he goes, then you have to know about that terrible fucking song.
I think I may have heard this one before.
And then you've got to
because-
think, oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Yes.
It was so good.
Yeah, that's right. For inspiration.
the difference
I'm glad you
between-
came up. That's the whole joke.
Yeah, way to go.
My
Right
son died
there.
the same way Eric Clapton's
That's
son
for
died.
inspiration.
For inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The difference between a toddler and a huge bag of cocaine. You know the difference?
Mm-mm.
Eric Clapton would never let a huge bag of cocaine fall out of a window.
Okay, see? This is great. It's awesome. God damn it, Anthony Jeselnik. So you hadn't heard that bit? So
No,
did you
no.
just die? Fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, were
I thought it was so guy sent it to my
I think
brother.
that's the bit that got us completely sold on him. I mean, immediately, like.
It's definitely
Yeah.
up there.
But that's the show we took that we went with the group that
Said,
the
please
lady
don't talk
said,
about
as long
drop
as-
or
right when the
babies.
lights went off and the lights went down, And she just goes, I mean, as long as they don't talk about anything racist or like children, like I'm fine.
Or anything that
no!
Yeah, and he did 30 minutes on dropping babies. 30
Yeah, we
minutes.
went back after the Eric Clapton thing.
Yeah. He did. My favorite thing about Anthony Jeselnik is, though, he does this thing at the end of Thoughts and Prayers where he goes, I've said a lot of things tonight. I've said, I've said a lot of things that a lot of you might find offensive, but now I'm going to tell you the 4 most offensive jokes you've ever heard. And he fucking does it. Like, you can't believe.
Amazing. You hear a lot of.
You can't believe what. And then he explains to you, like, what happens to the audience each time he tells one or whatever. It's so great.
Tell me one.
He's like, that one right there is just a test of the audience to see if you can look past.
Can handle it.
All of the. It's just so goddamn good.
Check it out. Because that was funny. I've never seen any of his stuff.
Oh, he's
really
great.
I've never seen any comedian's stuff ever.
You're going to love it.
Oh man. Yeah, you will definitely like that. Well, guys, a lot of things happen as we wrap up this movie. The doctor goes to Miami and he is just born to entertain. And so there he is entertaining in an old folks home and singing the songs of his grandpa. Then our tour agent couple has made it all the way to Hollywood, doing being extras in a Justin Boots commercial.
And they keep talking. The director goes, quiet on the set.
Yeah, and he goes, just raise your hand up.
Quiet, please.
Yeah, he just raise your hand up. Is that okay, right there? And then, what's her face? She's like, I was on my way to New York, but my dad got out of prison. And so, now I'm just kind of here hanging out with my dad. But, I got a lot of ideas. I want to make like a healthy, like organic, like healthy blizzard. And then here's where we end it, Sean.
The first thing I did when I moved back to New York City was to look up Mr. Guffman. And he was so sweet. And I think he felt a little guilty, too, because he's offered me the chance to audition for his new Broadway show, which is a revival of My Fair Lady. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And the role is of Henry Higgins, the somewhat stern taskmaster, but he really likes her anyway kind of thing guy, who teaches Liza how to speak correctly. And she, of course, is of the Cockney persuasion and drops her H's. And I've been working on that at home, the whole Cockney thing of, hello, how are you? Do you want to go to Artford? Not live in this, L-O, and that kind of thing. And I think I'm honing in on it pretty close now.
I'll play Harry Higgins. He's already started it before he starts the bit.
I just like that he cut out the U.
Yeah.
The stern taskmaster.
And then right after he goes, I'm really honing in. It just exaggerates the H.
Well, his dreams came true. He got to open up his little shop, and he has his My Big Heads collection with friend of the show, Anthony Michael Hall.
From 16 Candles.
And Andrew McCarthy. Who is not yet a friend of the show.
No, but he will be.
We'll see.
Let's let his career go.
We got to figure that shit out.
Wait, what happened? He died?
No, he just said please. We're going to work on the Catcher from Sandlot and Andrew McCarthy. Those are our two next.
We could get one of the kids from Mighty Ducks, last I saw.
we could get that kid easy.
Here's $40.
That's what the man in the van said.
The kid from School of Rock.
Actually, I don't know if we could get that. We'd have to get that kid out of prison, I think.
Yeah.
We can do that. I know people.
Do you?
They let people go in for interviews all the time. We watch all the true crime documentaries.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. Well, guys, we don't have any mail.
Oh, man.
No new supporters.
Do we have any female?
Okay, I'm liking this. Yeah,
Why?
It's good to be back. I don't know. It's just good to be back.
It is good to be back.
We're going to
That
find
part
our
I agree
bearings.
with.
We do have a live show next week with Thomas, Ian,
Michael,
Nicholas.
And it's going to be great.
I call him Michael.
Eric, how can people
Mikey
connect with us?
I'm glad that you asked that, and I'll tell you in just a second.
Get there.
On our website, of course, Jarrett Goes to the Movie. JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com. On Facebook, Jarrett Goes to the Movies, and the Jarrett Goes to the Movies fan page. On YouTube and Twitch, Jarrett Goes to the Movies, that's where we go live when we broadcast these things. So you will want to subscribe and turn on notifications. Smash that subscribe button. Instagram and Twitter at Jarrett Movies. Patreon, that's how you can support the little podcast that could. Join the winning team at patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. On Pinterest, Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Email us, jarrettgoestothemovies@gmail.com. On Grindr, Jarrett_movies_69_XXX_69. Yes. You can text us or leave us a voicemail. Either way, the number is the same, 714-451-6029. Don't forget to join us next week when we discuss the film American Pie with Thomas Ian Nicholas.
Thanks for sharing. Don't forget, if you're going to share the podcast, please make it public so that we know who's sharing and that we can thank you personally. David Kendrick, Jay Palladino, Joey Bishop. Pizza Guy. Chris Pulse, Simon Rogers, Barry Ferguson, Phyllis Eddy.
Oh, thanks, Phyllis.
Woody Chambers, Greg Stevens, Vanessa Dunn, Fiona Freeman, Terry Torrey, Dylan Forbes. What? Terry Torrey. That's a fucking good one. Dylan Forbes, Josh Foley, Clarissa James, Rendezvous, Derek Winters, Seahurst, Brianna Miller, Brianna Miller, and Jay Palladino. Thanks, guys. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see you down the road.